we pray that YouTube allows us to live stream. We pray.
Gods.
And we are live. Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Titan's Table. It is the weekend, or the week, almost the weekend of the pre-release. Very exciting weekend. I think that tonight we are going to be discussing. Oh, I don't even want to say it. Magic Legends.
Yeah,
Magic
we're
Legends.
Start with Magic Legends and
Yes.
lies.
I think I just threw up in my mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we won't take up too much time with it.
Yeah.
But then we're going to move on to what some of us think is unfortunately a very sad event, and others rejoiced, which was the ban list. You know, not extremely long.
Nope,
but,
it was wrong.
And then we'll go into Theros, which is coming out this weekend.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I made comments on somebody else's video that just went up this week, but I will say this: I posted on Senders. Yeah, they just basically banned Affinity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
they did.
And they claimed that they were. Well, all right. So should we go over the?
Yeah, we can start with the.
We can start with the ban list.
Yeah,
okay.
we can start with the ban list discussion.
Yeah, they banned Affinity. What did I say when you had told Vara? We had talked about it, and when you had told me in chat, what was the first thing I said? They banned Affinity.
Yep.
They claim it's because of that Urza Affinity deck, but I mean,
Urza. We all know he's too strong for the format.
Oh
yeah,
yes.
He's not banned yet, is he?
But not only, no,
No.
they didn't. But not only did they screw one entire deck, but they literally took another deck and took it from tier 1.5, tier 1 in that range, and brought it down to tier 3. Like, Affinity is unplayable now.
Yeah,
There's
unfortunately.
absolutely, like, just cut your deck up now, chop it up, and piece it out, because what is there an adequate use for? Like, what, Mox Tantaline? Not even in the same ballpark.
Oh no, not even close, unfortunately.
But when I saw Mox Tantaline, I was like, watch, Opal's gonna get banned.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that it was an easy call to figure out.
Tantaline should have been a suspend 1.
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh,
suspend
definitely.
1 would have been much better. I totally agree. When I saw Mox Opal banned, I couldn't believe it. I could totally understand an Urza ban. Mox Opal. I think Mox Opal has a lot of uses in a lot of different decks. I think, and yes, it was the main component in Affinity. I just couldn't believe it. Mox Opal banned in Modern. Makes me not want to play Modern, even though I don't have an Affinity deck anymore.
Yeah.
Well, my two decks were Twin
even
Affinity.
tier 1.
What? You both were talking at the same time.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just saying, Affinity, Twin and Affinity were my decks. When they banned Twin, I broke up and sold Affinity thinking they were going to ban it then. And I was kind of happy they hadn't, because I had a lot of friends that were heavily invested into it.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I broke up an all-foil Affinity deck. But I've seen in chat channels, there are people selling play sets of Opals now for $50 or no, 3 for 50s, and I'm like, wow, what a kick in the face.
Yeah, I mean, Opal right now so far has only dropped to like $60, but it's going to continue to drop.
And I say rejoice.
Why do you say rejoice?
Because that means I can get the card cheap.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, fair enough.
What was that, Eric?
I said, because I can get the card cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, right?
That's my argument.
No, see, Eric wants cards. Eric wants cards banned because he just wants to play vanilla Magic.
Yeah.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with vanilla Magic, okay? Give me some 4/4 action.
Just creatures with the power and toughness.
That's right.
No French vanilla for you.
That's right.
Just plain vanilla.
That's right. That's how we like it.
Hey, can you guys still?
You are cutting in and out. Oh.
Wow, like I'm gonna have to. Call back
Grim is
to
a
the call.
talking logo.
Can you send me another call?
Yes. Yes, I can. Well, that is fun. We love when there are technical difficulties. Love that.
Of course.
Oh wait,
Actually,
I fixed it.
For those of you in channel that are saying I'm waiting for it to hit 40, I highly, highly suggest you just wait for it 20 bucks because it's not going to be higher than 20 bucks.
So you think that it's just going to drop and stay around like $20?
I think it's gonna. I think it has potential to go lower, but yes. I mean, it's people like it's so good. Go play Commander. I don't even run it in my Brea deck, and that's an artifact-based deck. I run Mox Diamond over it.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, because it is sitting around 60 right now. I don't think it will stay at that price. Some people believe it will stay that high. I don't believe that. I think that that's far too high.
I think $20-$30 is where it's going to go, and that's going to be the lowest that I've basically seen it in a very long time. Like you said, back in 2017, it did hit $42. So it's not like it hasn't been lower than it is now, but
I think it's going to be one of those things where it'll go back up. It's just people are freaking out as usual, and that's why I laugh about it, because there's been plenty of cards that have been banned, or even cards that people think that are quote unquote unplayable, and then they go down, but then they end up going back up. Even they might not go back up to where they originally were, but they're definitely going to go up from where they, I guess you're going to say bottom out at.
Right.
Because people are still going to use it, rather be Commander or something else.
Right.
So what about the other ones that were banned? Oko was banned from Modern, and Lattice was banned from Modern.
Yes.
What was Lattice at for price?
Ooh.
30, I think. 32.
Yeah. 32? I'm actually not sure. I will check real quick.
I checked the other day for a player on the weekend who was looking to buy one. They were like $32. You want my honest opinion? I don't think it's going to maintain that.
So what do you think that it's going to go to, though?
I mean, I think it goes back down to around 20 to 15, but don't forget Commander is a very viable format that people play, and that card is Commander playable all day and all night.
Yep.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that was one thing we were talking about in Discord was for Lattice, that is for Commander. That's why I was like, hell, bring it down, then I can get me a copy, because that was something I was wanting for one of my Commander decks, so I'm good with it.
Right.
What do you think the price for Lattice will go down to? $10? That's what I was thinking.
That would be the lowest I would see it going, if that.
15,
I'd
20.
say 15.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 10 and 15 would be the very, very lowest. So if you see it lower than 15, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at pulling the trigger. Even if it did go to 10 and I bought some for like 14 or 13, who cares? I mean, I'm not going to get too mad about that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad price at all.
Right.
I mean, does Legacy have any bearing on card prices anymore? This is another thing I was thinking about the other day. I know Affinity is kind of like a tier 2 Legacy deck, but it is still there. It is still a deck that some people play. And yeah, it's a tier 2 deck at Legacy, but does it even matter anymore?
Right.
Because Legacy is not, I mean, other than the side events at the Magic Fest, there's nothing for Legacy, right? There's no events for Legacy. So do you think that these cards still being played in Legacy, will that give them any price protection?
Nope.
Yeah. That's
there's only one Legacy format people care about, and that's Commander.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree with that.
Legacy is dead. So I guess that's what we're kind of saying is Legacy is dead.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's too bad. I really enjoyed Legacy. Man, I remember.
Yeah, Legacy's fun.
20 years ago playing Legacy Goblins when it was actually a viable deck. Yeah, I know it's mono red, but I love that deck. I love that deck. I played that deck in a couple tournaments. But I guess the days of Legacy are going to be no more, or are no more, I should say.
Right.
Unless we somehow get it on Arena one day, which will probably never happen. And,
no.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the paper value of the cards anyway.
Right.
So, and now Oko, not playable in anything really, right? There's no
Commander.
format.
I'll say throw it in Commander.
Yeah.
He is bomb in Commander. Most of his value is Legacy, Vintage, and Commander.
Right.
And
the Legacy and Vintage, though, my point is that I was asking, especially your opinion, does Legacy Vintage actually have any effect on pricing anymore because they're not formats that are popular or very very widely played?
Right.
And I think you kind of answered me with a no, but
it's unfortunate.
Although blue green is the best, is the preferred color scheme of like competitive Commander. So Oko has a place. His value is probably going to slot in there and stick at about, I'd say his long-term value is $50 to $75.
You think that high?
Yeah, I really do. He is
yeah.
that good.
I would say long term it'll definitely go back up. I was kind of reading like what Eric Williamson was saying. He's saying seeing Oko bottoming out around 15. I could see that happening short term for sure. Because again, with the freak outs and people just trying to unload them,
right.
I mean that's a reasonable price line for it temporarily. And then I agree that it'll go back up as well.
Right.
That'll be another one. I could see it at least being over $30 for sure.
Yeah, his market currently is sitting at 16. I could conceivably see him like buy on TCG Player for about 16. MTG Card Mart around the same. I could see him getting down to even $10 before standard ends, and then spiking like crazy.
Right.
What do you think the spike could be up to? You think it'll be another $40, $50 Planeswalker?
Yeah, I really do.
Okay, I mean I can see that. So right now is the time to buy it. So anyone out there that wants to pick up
keep an eye on
for Commander, or
especially foils, man.
Oh yeah.
If
foils
you
are
can
for the
score
Commander
foils
players all day.
Foils, the full arts, if you can score those in if you can score the foils in the $30 range, or if you can score the alternate full arts, the stretch arts, like you can get the stretch one for about 30. Take it. Like maybe you might. Yeah, I think 30 is gonna be its lowest. The foil full art, you're probably looking in the neighborhood of 70 being your shoot for mark, but realistically, I don't think any are gonna make it on the market.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
If they're that low, maybe they're going to just get bought up in mass, and then you're not going to see a lot of them around.
People who own them are invested back when they were 250.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's ever going to reach that again, but
yeah, that's an insane price. I couldn't believe when I read that. I was like, how much is this card worth?
You had to get them in the first 2 weeks, or you weren't getting them.
Right. I don't know why anyone really wanted to purchase it for that price. Also, hello, Cinder. Welcome to the live stream. Cinder is here.
I'm here for once.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yes.
Cinder's back. Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell them something at least.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
We're talking about your favorite bannings this week.
Yeah.
Oh, Oko?
Yeah.
Oko.
Opal.
We don't think we're all in agreement. We're not sad about Oko, but some of us here are very sad about Mox Opal.
I'm very sad about Opal. I'm ready to cry.
Problem.
I'm very sad.
Oh, and by the way, sell your walking ballistas now. They'll be banned in about 3 weeks.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Two-card combo.
Yeah.
Two-card combo in Modern.
Yeah. What are they even at now for price?
Ballistas are like 40.
What's the foil?
Well, I know they popped because after everybody got dumb with the freaking God combo, and they're just anticipating it going up.
Ooh, I want to know what the foil is.
They've leveled back out at 26.
Yeah.
Their all-time high was January 3rd when that got spoiled at $30.
Whew.
And I really think that price
$20.99.
Huh?
$23.64 on TCG Player.
Condition?
Lightly played.
That might be. I still think that that's way too high. Honestly, you're talking about a card that realistically was like, how much? Let me look at the stock value. It's sitting at like $10-15 for a long time.
Right.
Then there was a minor spike back in October that pushed it to like 22, and then a massive spike went.
Dakota says, I kind of doubt Ballista gets banned. The combo doesn't seem that good. And Krovac said Ballista will get banned in Pioneer first.
Yeah.
Well, they banned everything in Pioneer, right?
Yeah. Man,
so here's the thing.
I was so excited for Pioneer. Nope.
It's definitely going to get banned in Pioneer, Vara.
Oh no, I know. That's the thing is they ban literally everything in Pioneer now. So let's just ruin the fun that we could have.
Modern, I can pull that combo off in Modern as Modern stands right now on turn 3.
Really?
Yes, consistently.
Well,
You've got double Spirit Guide, I believe. You get Spirit Guide. You've got a few other cards that just fix your mana.
So I was reading some articles about Modern Walking Ballista, and I have to agree because most of what I read was saying that Walking Ballista is going to get banned.
Yeah.
Most of what.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people out there that I read something from Reed Duke, and he was talking about Walking Ballista getting banned.
Dakota says the popular decks kind of run it over.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Are the popular decks currently using the 2-card combo? No, it's not in print.
The 2-card combo isn't out yet.
Right, I'm saying within 3 weeks, see the card getting banned.
Yeah.
It's not on the merit of what's currently happening. It's based on the fact that there's going to be a 2-card combo, and they're not going to ban the god. They're going to go for the other piece.
Right, I could see that.
So I guess we have to kind of wait and see, but I'm leaning towards it's not going to look too good.
Yeah.
That's how I'm leaning towards that. I mean, how do you feel about the other banning, Cinder? Because we've already kind of all said our piece on them, but like they basically killed Modern Affinity. I think we were saying that they should have just banned Urza, and they could have left the other cards alone. I mean, what's your kind of take on that?
Myco Synth Lattice needed to be banned straight up.
Because of Karn?
No, not just because of Karn. Making everything an artifact, there's way too many things that makes all permanents interactable with other cards. It's just an outlet that is something that shouldn't happen in the first place.
But it didn't rise to prominence until after Urza, so therefore Urza was the problem. It had fallen back in line. It's a double-edged sword. You put out your Mycosynth Lattice, and your opponent does something in response to your mass artifact destruction, like, I don't know, cast any one of the plethora of spells to give everything you have indestructible till end turn, and you've pretty much they shut themselves out of the game.
Right.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. I feel like they could have gotten away with not banning Lattice. Just get rid of Urza and keep the other two. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Cinder. I see it. At the same time, it just seems like it wasn't a problem until Urza.
Right.
No.
Go ahead.
I think Desolator probably had the best take on it. It took people hours to say, hey, Synth Lattice and Karn is a problem, and it's been how many months before they actually took issue to that. And how far out from War of the Spark are we now? We're 3 sets?
Right.
Before they actually took a thing to it.
Well, honestly, I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and it looks like the first real big spike on it was at War of the Spark on April 1st, and then May. But Wizards of the Coast, like, Wizards has gone completely 180. They've gone from waiting forever to ban something to literally going, we're just going to ban it now and screw the fact that we have answers for all of this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
They could have very simply eroded Khan to say that non-mana abilities.
Right.
It wouldn't be that hard to say, make it just hard-coded that things that shut off artifacts can't shut off mana abilities. But they don't want to do that.
No.
It's the simplest fix.
They shouldn't have to errata cards, because then you're always having to have something in your pocket to say, oh, there's been an update on this card. It's bad enough they update creature types.
Don't tell that to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because in Yu-Gi-Oh! They literally errata everything. They will errata a card and it completely 180s the card. Don't ever tell that to Konami.
Thunder, do you play Commander?
Barely, yeah.
But you do, right? Good. You need to keep one of these on you at all times for Gatherer, because every single card printed for 8th edition has errata.
I know.
Errata is nothing new. You just save it for an emergency. You don't do it on every single card.
Yeah.
Like they did with Hostage Taker. Hostage Taker was really simple errata, other than itself.
Yeah, Hostage Taker was a self-induced combo in itself.
Irrelevant.
Moving card.
Right.
The point is by your definition, they shouldn't have to errata cards, which means they should just.
No, that was a complete oversight, though.
Right.
It was an oversight, yeah.
Card was an oversight. I will bet you money that they never really wanted Karn to shut off mana abilities.
Right.
I don't think Karn was that much of an oversight. I think they knew what they were doing when they printed him.
I would agree with that.
I'd say Karn was a playtest mistake.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the other thing about Karn is he doesn't even stop Urza.
Yeah.
Correct.
In the
Yeah,
story
it's
arc,
true.
he really did. He like held him back a lot.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
That is a problem. Urza, that was Modern Horizons as a set by itself was Wizards trying to dabble in something that was never supposed to. They weren't supposed to try and dabble that much into it, and that was the problem with Modern Horizons. Hogarth became the number one problem. Then once that's gone, now Urza is the number one problem.
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
the issue with it was they were trying to shake up a meta that needs to naturally be shooken up, not through one set alone.
Right.
Well, they basically are taking it's in its death thralls, and they're basically just trying to cattle prod it back to life. And unfortunately, if you ever seen somebody having a heart attack, a cattle prod isn't going to do what you want it to do.
certainly does.
No,
Although it is kind of funny to watch them flop even more. I mean, wait, I've never.
just get them to lay on the
Terrible.
electric threats. They're good. Let them roll around a little.
Oh man.
So, any last words, Eric, on the ban list? I know you had your piece a little earlier.
No,
but
just for people like myself who are frugal players,
yeah.
I mean, enjoy the ban because you can get the cards.
enjoy the drop in price and then swoop in, and then eventually they'll go back up, and then
What if they don't though?
I would like to touch on that.
even if they don't, I mean, you're still getting them cheaper than what you're getting them now.
Right. I
I'd
guess
like to
that's
touch base
true.
on that frugal player thing. A frugal player is just another word for somebody who doesn't understand trading, because I have some poor people that come in my store that can't afford to buy Magic,
Yeah.
have some of the most expensive decks, because all they do is just constantly trade a little, trade a little, trade a little, trade a little.
I mean,
If
yeah.
you're willing to, there's more than one way you could do things. You could either buy
Definitely.
everything, which is
you
what
can
I
trade.
want you to do.
Local individuals and players and everyone, but no one trades in my city.
That sucks. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yep.
That sucks.
sucks.
Just be just city.
Well, I mean, I should say trade first and then
Oh,
buy
okay, you're
second.
both talking at once. What? Okay, I can understand one person talking. Can't understand two. Unfortunately for me, Cinder thought that was funny.
Trade first, buy second.
Yes.
TFPS.
Yeah. I think you can still go by that philosophy and still be frugal. And I think frugal to me just means that I'm looking for cards that I think are going to be money down the line or important down the line that are cheaper now.
Yeah.
So I keep my eye out for those cards, and then I buy sets of them, maybe more than one set, an extra set that I don't need. I'll buy my play set, and then I'll buy the extra play set that I'll use to trade off or sell later down the line. And that's where kind of the being frugal is for me. Just trying to get those cards when they're down, cards that I think are going to rebound.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to comment on something Dakota said in chat. He said they just need to expand the playtest team, probably bring in some former pro players.
Oh, God.
I really hope that was sarcastic, because the problem is they use pro players, and the pro players are using knowledge to get ahead in the game. What they need to do is create a future league in like Magic the Gathering Online, where they program these cards in, no names, no art, nothing else.
Yeah.
You play test them. They can find stuff broken on Magic Online, and then eventually down the line, your favorite card from future tests gets printed.
Yeah. I could definitely agree with that.
Would be smart.
Never trust the professional.
Right.
Never trust the professional cheaters to do something right.
Not all of them are cheaters. Not all of them.
You are correct. Not all of them are.
Just a lot of them.
I find it hilarious.
Just a lot of them.
I find it hilarious the amount
Just
of
a
cards.
lot.
They've the amount of people that the pro players that actually protest and get the cards early and suddenly win the pro tour the week after. It's insider trading. It's a bad idea.
Yeah. I could agree with that.
Percentage of cheaters in the pro tour. What is it? Cinder, tell us.
1 in 3.
That's great.
That is a lot.
I was gonna say 20%, but
I'll go with 1 and 3. I mean, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I definitely would not doubt it.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't.
So before we get into Theros, we wanted to quickly talk about the myths.
5.
Did you have anything else to add to that?
1 and 5.
A 1 and 5. You
1
think
and
1 and 5?
Yeah.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah.
We just wanted to quickly mention before we get back into card talk, which we're going to do in a second as we talk about things out of the upcoming Theros set. The lies that are surrounding the MMO legends.
Yes.
Bar, why don't you just let everyone know what's going on with that video game, and then we can have kind of a short discussion about it and the misinformation and the absolute shit show that it kind of is.
So at the Game Awards, I believe, right? At the Game Awards, they had showed like a quick teaser trailer, basically, saying that they were developing a brand new Magic the Gathering MMORPG that was supposed to be like action combat based, and the trailer that they showed was like a cinematic trailer, so it looked really high quality. People were very impressed, and of course, as a fan of MMOs but also Magic the Gathering, I was fairly excited for it, and I think a lot of people were too. The MMO market is always a market that I feel can grow and has a lot of potential. So they finally released like an alpha footage of it, which we can talk about that in a second and how it just looks. But basically, it is not a action MMORPG that, in the sense that they explained it to be. They made it sound like it was going to be along the lines of maybe like a Black Desert Online, where it was going to be an MMO, but it was like action oriented. It is.
I would say action as opposed to tap target.
Right. Right.
World of Warcraft is tap target.
Yes. Mechanic wise.
Yeah, mechanic wise, it's called tap target.
Yes.
And Black Desert is a action MMO.
Right, and they finally released the gameplay footage, which is alpha footage, but it is an isometric action RPG. It looks
like an ARPG.
Yes, it is an like ARPG.
Diablo,
yes.
Like Diablo or Grim Dawn
yes.
or Torchlight.
Yes.
Along those lines.
It looks
so basically
awful.
It looks like a mobile game.
It does. It looks like a
mobile ARPG.
Probably what they're shooting for.
So right now, they have said that it is coming to PC in 2020. In 2021, it is coming to Xbox and PlayStation 4. It is coming to consoles. But they have not discussed a mobile game yet. They have not discussed it coming to mobile yet. But it honestly looks, it looks like it is going to be a mobile game. It looks like it is so generic and so... I am so mad about it, honestly.
It's getting trashed.
Oh, it is.
The MMO Reddit. The only thing that's in the r/MMO Reddit right now is trashing on that game.
Yes.
Because...
So it's the 12th season of Doctor Who bad.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. It's terrible to have to say that.
So I do want to acknowledge Dakota's comment of, shouldn't we take the footage with a grain of salt since it's an alpha? I'm not talking about the graphics itself. Yes, the graphics do look bad, but it's not like because but they've already established the gameplay and the mechanics, and that is what looks bad.
As an alpha tester for Blizzard back in the day and a lot of the old MMOs and stuff like that, you really should take the alpha to heart, because once they're at
that's their direction.
The game, there's not a lot they can do to change it.
Right.
Yeah, it's not concept.
Yes.
So that's why.
They did say that they're going to improve the graphics and whatnot, and yes, the footage is in alpha. The graphics are definitely going to be upgraded and polished, but the game overall, the gameplay, the mechanics, that is definitely.
Can you tell us what category of game they're calling this now? And when they were first talking about it, I just want to say, when they were first talking about it at the Game Awards, they were literally calling it an action
MMORPG. They were calling it
action, so what are all the different tags that they have called this?
They are calling this they are calling this an action MMO. They are calling this an MMO RPG. They are calling this an ARPG. They are calling
MMO ARPG.
Yes.
They're
calling it everything that they can.
Could they just call it a video game?
Right.
I mean,
right. It's a fucking video game.
Their game identifies as everything.
So their tag.
Oh, it could be the whole jump and shoot scenario.
Oh my god.
Their tag is
the worst part of it. They don't even know what category.
No, they don't.
It is.
Okay, so what it says on their website.
Making things up.
So on their website, it's called a modern MMO space action space RPG / MMORPG. Wait, there's another space and there's another RPG.
Oh,
Are you
man.
done with the alphabet soup yet?
So it's a modern MMO action RPG, MMO RPG. What the fuck is that? I'm sorry. What is that?
Some moron in their marketing department was like,
we need all these tags. Hurry.
We can get these people on board. Like,
we need these tags.
What are you?
It's so bad. It's like a bot wrote it. It's like they just copy and pasted all the tags into their description of the fucking game.
Just remember how many check marks they have to hit whenever they put anything out these days.
Yeah.
The insane.
Oh, we gotta be careful though. We gotta be really careful. We might get our Canadian friends in trouble.
Maybe.
We're sorry. We don't want to see.
I'm fine here.
That's why he's here. So this game. So what's the problem with all of this? The problem with all of this is that they're presenting it to the MMO crowd. They're presenting it to the crowd that plays Black Desert or trying to bring people in from, say, World of Warcraft. But that's not what this game is. This game has more in common with just straight up AR. From what it looks like, we don't know. I'm going on
what you've seen so far, right?
It looks like it has more in common with the ARPG genre, which is Diablo 4, which is Grim Dawn, which is Torchlight, which is Path to Exile.
Right.
So it looks like that is where this thing is heading.
Yes.
It looks in no way like an MMO.
Right,
so,
exactly. That's the problem.
Do you remember when they first announced this a few streams back and we were talking about it?
Yes.
I was like, yeah, I can't wait to see what this dumpster fire is going to be. That was my exact quote. Go look it up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is not what they really said it was going to be. So it's not like they didn't say that it wasn't going to be isometric or anything, but the problem is they marketed it in such a way and announced it in such a way that presented it as if it was a more traditional MMO and like an action in regards to the mechanics of the game. Which is kind of the problem, is just they drew people in from the MMO community saying it's going to be this thing, but then now when you see the final product, well, they left out a lot of keywords and a lot of information, and they left out just a lot of the... It's like they specifically left out details that would turn people off from the game.
They should have marketed
an understatement.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I said keywords is an understatement. Freaking alphabet soup of keywords.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's the
What they should have
problem.
done, in my opinion, is they should have marketed it straight towards the ARPG market.
Yes, and that's not what they did.
Path to Exile players,
Right.
go after your Diablo players, go after your Grim Dawn and Torchlight players.
Yes.
That's who they should have marketed towards. It doesn't even look like it's going to be as good as those games, because remember, this is being done by a studio that's owned by a Chinese publisher.
Right.
So that's why a lot of people are sitting here and saying it's probably a reskinned Chinese mobile game.
Right.
We don't know that for sure.
Yeah,
so
no,
this
definitely.
Is hearsay. I'll admit that. So take it with a grain of salt.
Right, but it doesn't look good.
It literally looks like a reskinned Chinese mobile game because it's coming from a company that's owned by a Chinese developer that does make those mobile games. It's coming from the same developer that made Torchlight and Torchlight 2.
Right.
And they just released Torchlight 2 on the Switch. It's been out for the PC since 2012. It came out around when Diablo 3 originally came out. And Torchlight 2 it's a fun game. But again, that's the type of games that this company has produced, at least the Chinese arm of it. And the
Right.
American arm of this company is the same company that made the utter flops of Dungeons and Dragons Online and
Yes.
Neverwinter Nights Online. And these games are utter flops. They're not even real MMOs. They're fake D&D MMOs. They're terrible. So we have both the American and the Chinese arm of this company that makes terrible games, and that's who Wizards went to just because they were the ones that made their awful MMOs. You think you wouldn't learn your lesson and go to a different company?
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that. But they didn't. I don't know why. I'm not sure why.
So who here is going to get it when it comes out? Raise your hand.
Well, I'm not, probably. I mean, I might.
Does illegally downloading it matter?
Shh, we don't do that here. We don't do that here.
No, we'll count that. Are you? Is everyone here either going to get it or pirate it?
Nope.
I didn't even know it existed.
Yep, it does.
It
does exist.
It
does exist.
Beta of something related, I think.
Yeah, you can sign up for the beta. They're taking signups for the beta for it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll waste my
Well,
time.
they can pick their same 25 people they always pick that are gonna blow smoke up their ass and make them think that they're fucking tasting cherry soda.
So I'm just gonna raise a question. Why would I just not play Diablo?
Or Path of Exile.
Right.
If you want,
Path of Exile is the one to go to.
Yeah. By the way, a really good one is Grim Dawn. So it's not as persistent as Path to Exile. Path to Exile is one that they are.
But it's still right.
Using content for. But Grim Dawn is also a really good game. Grim Dawn is better than Diablo 3, in my opinion. But I'm just saying there's alternatives, right? So who are they going after? It seems like it's not going after the market that World of Warcraft or Black Desert Online is. It's going after the Path to Exile market, but it's not how they marketed it.
It's targeting the Chinese. It's targeting the Chinese cheddar.
Right.
People who like these. There's that Chinese mobile ARPG called Titans. Is that Titans?
Yeah.
Owned by the Chinese as well. So I don't know. That just seems to be the direction it's going, and everyone's pissed. Like I said, go to Reddit.
It looks bad.
To the MMO Reddits, and it's just people tearing this thing apart.
The trailers have more dislikes than likes on them.
Yeah, absolutely. They do. All in all, it's just more misinformation from Wizards and
yes.
Wizards. There's only one good thing coming out right now.
Hold on. We have a donation. I have to hold on 1 second. Thank you so much for the donation. I have to find the message. Man. Yeah. Thank you for the $25 donation, Devil. I very much so appreciate it. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Will do. Again, much appreciated.
But the biggest question that donation should have asked.
What?
Does Vera have legs?
Oh, no comment. No comment.
No comment on the leg.
One of these days, she's gonna straight up Rocky Horror Picture Show that, so you better watch out.
Maybe.
So, Aspera, you can attest to the fact that she has legs because she goes to your store.
No, she floats. I've seen it.
What if it's just a box? It's just a box that levitates off the ground.
Like literally, when she comes in, it's somebody holding a picture screen of her. I've never seen her.
That's it.
Someone walks around with a tablet PC with her picture on it.
Yes.
It's got a 360 camera, so she can see all around her.
Yeah. It's a box being led by a seeing eye dog.
Oh my god. So, hey, so I guess we'll just end with more, I don't know, bad products from Wizards, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really sound that promising to me. It really doesn't, unfortunately.
This product, Magic Legends, this is going to fail.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
To go up against Path to Exile and Diablo 4?
I think that's a bad idea.
And I think I read that Grim Dawn is going to be releasing some new expansions as well. So you're up against Grim Dawn's expansions, you're up against Path to Exile, you're up against Diablo 4, and I don't advocate anyone buy Diablo 4.
I know who they're trying to compete with. I mean, seriously, it's obvious. They're trying to finally dent StarCraft, and it's not going to happen. StarCraft 1 was the greatest game ever, and they want to beat it finally.
Right.
Not that this is the right podcast to bring it up, but I'll only say it quickly. Blizzard has actually dropped I'm sorry, they have contracted out for all StarCraft 1 and 2 events. They are no longer doing StarCraft 2 events themselves. So StarCraft 2 esports within Blizzard is dead. They are doing it kind of like Wizards style now. They have contracted out to DreamHack is one of the
Yes.
companies.
I'm
And
not surprised with DreamHack.
yeah, DreamHack is going to take it. And of course, there's the Korean
Yes.
companies that have been doing it that have the Korean
wow.
leagues, and those are going to keep going. But it's just an example of Blizzard trying to bury another game. Well, not bury it, but kind of move it out of their purview.
Right.
And no longer going to be a BlizzCon. So this coming BlizzCon will not have a StarCraft 2 World Championship at it. There will no, just like there's no Hero of the Storm at BlizzCon now, there will
Right.
be no StarCraft.
Poor StarCraft.
With that kind of stuff.
Mez,
That's another topic for another
nothing.
podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, Mez, there's still nothing. Wizards, like, I swear to God, they're not going to announce that until the week the set goes live and people have taken possession of all their bundles.
Yep.
So what's going on with the bundles? Are the bundles?
Do you know how they did the gift bundle on the last set?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Still don't know if there's going to be a gift bundle on the next set. Usually, like, I had a feeling that gift bundle was just the holiday set,
Yeah.
but it's so, like, put it this way. I ordered 26 of them and Wizards gave me 4.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
And
job,
that gift bundle is
Wizards.
still,
Limited.
right?
I wasn't even kidding. They gave me 4.
Wow.
Hell, I was able to find more at the local GameStop than my store was able to get, and their GameStop doesn't sell nearly the amount of product I sell.
That's awful.
Ridiculous.
That's bad.
Well,
Don't forget,
yes.
I see Mezzy talking about the regular bundle, but don't forget that the Theros regular bundle is not the Nyx lands in it.
Right.
Yep, which is going to make it even harder to sell.
Yep.
Yes. I think
Yes.
that's a big mistake. I think they needed to put those lands in there, but I don't think they wanted that many foils in the bundle, and that's probably why.
Right.
I'll tell you the truth. They couldn't afford to put the lands in after their mistake of putting basics into the Theros packs and then having to go and reorder separate ones to ship out to the stores.
Right.
So yeah, talking about the Theros Beyond Death buy a box promo, because they're supposed to come with a foil Nyx land.
Yes.
Have you heard of anyone that's splitting those up? You get your regular buy box
So here's
promo
the
with
deal.
the regular land.
So let me explain how they actually came. They came as a silver wrapper with Athreos that you can't see through. When you open it, you get Athreos, a non-foil basic, and they sent us an extra stack of foils. And they gave the stores the discretion as to how to hand those foils out to the people that get them. Those foils that came in separately are loose, which means you can see them. So unless you go to a store you really know, expect all the expensive ones like Islands and Swamps to get sold on eBay and all the rest to be handed out.
That fucking, oh my gosh.
I'm putting them all in sleeves backwards so you can't see through the sleeves. None of them. They're getting all mega shuffled, and they're all just going to be in a box. And first come, first serve. You get your buy a box silver pack, and you get to pull one of these out.
Right.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And the most
it's the only way I can be
do
fair with it, because I opened and looked through them. They're not even. They put what was it? Mathing. 12 per pack. Stop and think about that. They put 12 in each pack. So that's not even an even number of each of them. One of them had, like, when I cracked it to take a look through and take a look at the art, one of them had 2 islands.
Right.
The rest had a bunch of the others.
Ugh.
I haven't even looked through all of them yet. And it's not even a straight 1-for-1 insertion, because in the pack that has 1 island, it starts the pattern, skips the island, and starts the pattern over 1-for-1 the rest of the way through.
Jeez.
Wow.
And it's hard to do. I mean, you're talking about what? Putting 12 per pack, there's 5 lands. Nah. What they should have done was done waste and really gone next level with this.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I mean, why are they doing it that way, Rob? Well, I mean,
what's the point of they just screwed up? They forgot to check they forgot to check a box. You know, you figure a company that's so important that looks at checking boxes as the most important thing in their life, how the hell they missed this?
They just keep messing up, huh?
Well, they're screwing up everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how do
And
you
how
have one of
many
the greatest
people get-
card games? How do you have the greatest card game ever made? And oh,
Yo,
This
I
is
can
your
answer
life.
that question really simple, Grim. They didn't build it. The predecessors built it, and now they're just milking it along.
Right.
I mean, they're
Does
still
that-
putting out sets that have a lot of decent stuff in them, but I
Well,
understand. I agree.
Take a look at the power creep of the last two sets.
Oh my god.
Since War of the Spark, the power creep on each set has been Yu-Gi-Oh! And the ban list has been Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, okay, this deck's starting to overperform, just ban it and sell the
Right.
next set of products.
Exactly. And
Notice how
it's-
Oko didn't start getting banned until after Wave 2 was sold out?
True. So you're saying that's not by chance? That's by design.
Absolutely not by chance.
Yeah. Seems
don't believe in that here.
too odd to be chance.
No chance here. I agree. So
The chance is about as deep as the shuffler is in Arena.
there's
Oh
Arena that
man.
offers shuffling
Ooh.
Never put
Good
off
God.
malice what could be explained through incompetence.
It's like the anthropic principle a little bit there. A little bit of the anthropic principle. So speaking of the set, how do you think it's going to sell? I mean, how do you think the pre-release is going to do?
I have
Is everyone
more.
going to do a pre-release?
I am.
Well, of course
Pre-release
you have to run your pre-release. So I hope you're going to be there. But Cinder and Eric, are you going to pre-releases?
I'm supposed to be. It's we'll see.
I
I'm
will
supposed
not
to go
be.
on Sunday, and that is if the store doesn't decide to sell out.
Right.
Are you looking at a sellout, Rob?
I brought in like 196 kits.
Nice.
I'm anticipating probably about 160 players.
Yeah.
We will see what
that
happens.
sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good.
I also, being in the Northeast, as much as I hate to say this, got lucky with the Patriots getting whacked out of the playoffs.
How are you feeling about the snow this weekend, though?
It's not going to affect me. I've had people come out in the middle of blizzards for pre-releases, but those same people have skipped during football playoffs. This is a big playoff weekend, but both of the teams, nobody in the Northeast is really invested in. In fact, if anything, when we get to the finals, we're probably just going to go for the NFC, the national champions.
Right.
I mean, my Super Bowl party is already downsized by 30% this year. Usually, I have quite a few people at my house because I make like killer chicken enchiladas and stuff like that. But and quesadillas and whatnot. But this year, nah, I really don't think people really care about football this year.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, spoilers. Everything's been spoiled. Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Everything has been spoiled. Whew.
Let's start with highlights. Does anyone have any highlight cards? Cinder?
Gary?
Highlight cards. This whole set is just gonna break the meta even more.
Absolutely agree.
So I don't even want to, I've looked through the spoilers over and over again. The fact that they reprinted Gary is ridiculous. If you guys don't know what Gary is, that's the Gray Apostle.
Yeah.
Great Merchant of
He's
Apostles.
also one of the promos for this season's F&M.
Right.
Oh, yay.
Yes.
Even better.
Sagas are back, and some of them are weird.
Yeah.
The story sagas are amazing. The ones that actually tell a story as they're going through. The other ones are kind of meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's kind of a shame that they took away the when they did the sagas in Dominaria, they kind of referenced like Phyrexia or Nicopolis, and they put that on the white side where the text was in the background, and they took that completely away, which is kind of too bad.
Yeah.
It added a little bit of flavor to the card.
I agree.
Like I'm really liking like the Acroan War flavor, where it tells you the story and the art on it, and the first what is it? The first our own games. But then you take a look at Terramatra's Call of the Dead, and it's just a dude chilling there. It's like that makes no sense to me.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, all the masks.
And then
makes this
Kyora's Best of the Sea God is actually really cool on the art. I love
Thassa's
nautical
Oracle
stuff.
is a great card.
Yeah, it's cool. It just doesn't seem to fit with the set. I know Ikara is next, so I think it's just a call forward to where we're going next.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Yeah, they always print cards in a set to bridge it forward. Let's talk about the lameness of the gods. I mean, Heliod's obviously really damn busted.
I think Perforos is actually pretty good as well.
He's okay. Honestly, the best of them is probably Erebos. Erebos.
Yeah.
Perforos is going to
what
with the board god.
What was that?
I'm gonna read Erebos. Because I agree. I like Erebos.
I got it. Erebos, Bleak-Hearted, 3 and a black, Indestructible, Devotion 5. When another creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life if you do draw a card, so it's a May effect. And then colorless and a black, sacrifice another creature. Target creature gets -2/-1 until end of turn. So you can sack a dude to make a dude weaker to lose 2 life and draw a card.
Yes.
Yeah.
For 2 mana.
Exactly.
I mean, that's pretty good. I like that. That is fantastic.
It is. You don't even
Plus
need to
a board wipe
just have it sit there.
Plus, if you're doing any type of black-white or any stupid like green-black food / or lifelink shenanigans where you have a ton of life, your board wipes are just going to turn into massive card advantage.
Yep.
Perforos is going to bust open mono red yet again, because you
Yes.
get Perforos with thankfully it's a 5-drop, but if you have any tiny little bit of ramp there, you drop him, and then your next turn able to bring out the Boar God into
Yes.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah,
yes, it sounds
exactly
amazing.
I was like, oh, the pig's coming.
My problem with Perforos is its other creatures you control have haste, which means that the turn he goes active, if you're dropping him out that turn, he's not swinging, and I think that's problematic with him. I think it makes him too slow to be actually good in mono red.
Yeah.
You're not probably swinging with him anyway, because
you don't want to swing with him anyways. You're just
Right.
His Devotion's 5. In mono red, you're gonna have Devotion 5, unless you're talking just straight burn. But like, let's face it, standard is not straight burn. Standard is creature. If you're talking like Pauper and modern, he might slot into one of those decks, but his whole point is creatures. So I mean, he's gonna be active the turn you put him out.
So I think the way I look at a lot of cards now is different, and what I mean by that is, I hate to say it, but I look at most cards in most decks as arena one-of games.
Yes, unfortunately.
So that's just kind of like how I evaluate most cards now, and I hate that it's like that, but it's kind of like not going anywhere and playing standard. So if I'm using the cards as standard, that's how I view it. And how do you guys think that Perforos fares in a one-of red deck?
It's going to be tough.
I think it'll be good in a Gruul build for sure.
Yeah,
I think I could definitely do well in Gruul, at the very least. I mean, mono red, that's to be determined, but I definitely feel Gruul it's got a chance.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really actually sweet on Nylea. I love anything that makes creature spells cost 1 less to cast. Like, that's an auto slot in my Omnath deck, specifically mono green Omnath. But the reveal effect is actually gross in a Golgari build. Green black. You got green and 2 generic. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it into your hand. Otherwise, you may put it into your graveyard.
Right.
Yeah, so you're not forced to do it. You can just choose to.
So I could see a few food chain scenarios in Commander where that's just going to be busted in a food chain where you want everything in the bin anyways. Just going to mill through my deck.
Right. Fair enough. How do we feel about Nyx Lotus? I'm very curious to know everyone's thoughts.
Good question, yeah.
I agree. I think that it is a very good card.
It is so good.
Yes.
That Lotus is, especially when you have things that untap artifacts.
I definitely need some of those Lotus. If anyone wants to give me any Lotus, please let me know. At your earliest convenience, thank you.
I can guarantee you that I will have a foil one by the end of the pre-release weekend.
Oh, don't you want
can you get me one too?
By the end of pre-release?
Yes.
I will look into that for you, Vara, but I can guarantee you I will have one at the end of the pre-release weekend.
It's so good.
Only in that I know how many pre-release kits I got. I know how many cards are on a sheet. So based on the pre-release kits I have, we have at least a complete set of foils, which means at least 2 should be open in my store.
Of course. And you're going to make sure that you get your hands on one.
I don't open my kits. I mean, I will have one kit opened at 3 p.m. and that'll be my kit I play for casual buys all weekend. But that's it.
Yeah.
So what happens is during my pre-releases, I crack open a pre-release kit. I build a deck on the first pre-release. If anybody gets a buy, congratulations, you've won. Now you get to play me for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yep. And what really works out is after round 2, so in round 3 and round 4, if you beat me with the buy, then I give you a pack.
Oh, look at that.
And I
That's
only do it
generous.
specifically in round 3 and round 4 because if you're on buy in round 3 and round 4, chances are you're not prizing anything past 1 anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we do 4 rounds. Yeah, we do 4 rounds. We pay out on prize support on points at the end of the game, which means that if you go undefeated 12 points, you get 7 packs. 3 in a draw, you get 5 packs. 3 in a loss, you get 3 packs. All other records get 1 pack. And then it works best with 16 or more players. If there's less than 16, I still find odd ways of adding extra prize support to make sure I hit that minimum threshold of 2 packs per person in prize support. But usually I'm paying out about 2 1/4 to 2.5 packs per person.
Right.
Cool.
I mean, that's pretty generous.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the gods this time around compared to the gods from the
Not
original Theros.
No.
Not even close.
I don't know. I really like the gods. I get that they're not amazing. I get that some of them are better than others, but I just really like them.
All right. There is a really good god in this set, Athreos. I'll be that guy. Athreos.
You know what I think is really underwhelming in this set that I don't really like?
What?
Elspeth.
Yes.
I was going to mention that.
Yes. I think she is much more disappointing.
I mean, what do you expect?
I am so upset. I was so excited for them to bring her back. I was so ready. I was hoping that she was going to come back and her card was going to be amazing. And she is just such a letdown for me.
There is one busted thing about her card.
What?
The spare she's holding.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Fuck, yes! That's it, though!
There is some light. There is some light at the end of the tunnel.
She herself is so generic, though. That's my problem. If she has been...
Missing is a cup of pumpkin spice.
Yes! She has been built up to be this god now, and she's so cool. She has, like... Oh, I'm just so disappointed. I can't even talk about it.
The story behind the card is cool, but
yes.
the card itself is just awful.
Yes, it's so disappointing.
The new Ashiok is pretty good.
Yep.
So Planeswalkers all around. Cinder, what do you think about
the new Ashiok? Is the old big Teferi.
Yeah.
You think she's better than Teferi? I mean,
not quite, but she's on that power level.
Yeah,
it's on that power level because we don't know what it is.
So for the Planeswalkers, we have Ashiok, we have
yes.
Elspeth. Who else is there?
Khaled.
Can I make a slight observation about Ashiok Nightmare?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
There is no restriction that she had or it had to have exiled the cards. It's any cards in exile from your opponent's cards.
Yep.
You may cast up to 3 face-up cards your opponents own from exile without paying their mana cost. It does not care if it put it there or not. It is exclusively, the only restriction is they are in exile. Guess what? I'm going to cast your adventure cards from exile. I'm going to cast your spells that were exiled from my stuff. It is busted, and it's only -7. It is so easy to achieve that both in Commander and with Protecting. Its first act of hatred is to make its own Protector.
Right.
Yep.
It's busted. It is absolutely disgusting and underpriced.
Yes.
It's going to be like a $30 card.
Oh,
and that's
easy.
Non-foil. I mean,
that's why I compare it to Big Teferi. Hero of Dominaria or whatever.
Yeah, I think it might actually be better than Big Teferi.
That's what I was getting at. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better? And I know, Cinder, you said it's up to that power level. Eric, what do you think about these planeswalkers out of the set?
I'll be honest. Like, I mean, I'm not really a big planeswalker guy, but I mean, I like the Ashiok though, for sure. Like, that's probably my favorite one as well out of all of them, and that's probably about the only one that really sparked my interest, to be honest. All the rest of them, I'm like kind of looking at everything else, and I'm not even really paying attention too much to the planeswalkers. Like, there's just so many good cards in this set. It's just I can't even put it into words. Other than just everything else has my intrigue outside of planeswalkers.
Hey, before stream, we were talking about the card that you like better than Vasquez Contempt. What card? What was that card again?
Oh, what's that card called?
The Gripped. The rare you're talking about, right?
It's the black card. It's oh my gosh, why can't I remember it?
Are you talking about the 4-drop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Final.
Yeah.
No.
Eat to Extinction.
Eat to Extinction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow,
Fantastic.
we are bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we haven't played with them
I
yet,
got them
so
all in
that,
front
I
of
mean,
me.
it's understandable.
I just look at it how like people like the big comparison is between the Vraskas, whatever the hell it was, and I'm blanking on it again. We were just
Vasquez
talking about.
Contempt.
Yes.
So it's like that, but better because I mean, granted, yeah, you're not gaining life, but that's not the point of the card. You only need to use 1 black versus 2 black, and then you have the option of chucking your top card in your graveyard, which could go into many other deck builds outside of just adding it in there for removal. So I mean, it's just got a little bit more appeal to it, in my opinion, and they're dirt freaking cheap right now. It's crazy.
It's 4 mana instant in a control deck, which on turn 4 wants to be sitting back to do something. It exiles a creature or planeswalker at instant speed. It allows you to bin a card in order for Graveyard Matters decks. More importantly than that, it lets you follow up by dropping Ashiok in 2 turns later, putting out an Ashiok dude, which is then a guaranteed blocker to exile something else, into another dude, giving you potentially 3 or 4 more cards to choose from. Like, this just screams, I'm going to bend you over this table. Just shut up and take it.
It's so good.
The Thief deck is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you guys
someone
think,
in chat did mention Eidolon of Obstruction, and I guess next we can kind of talk about the Eidolons that are in the set as well.
There's a lot of cards in the set that I'm excited for, but I don't know. I feel like with every... I don't know. I just feel like there are a lot of misses too.
Oh yeah.
So, definitely. And the reason why I brought up Eidolon of Obstruction is because it is a tax. It is a tax card.
Right.
It's a tax on planeswalkers. So do you think that this could be a card that stops combos or off of planeswalkers, or do you think this card can actually make an impact against
I do.
planeswalkers in different formats?
It's a 2-drop hate bear. It'll find a place.
Yeah, it's also one of the promos for Friday Night Magic.
Is it Eidolon? It is?
Yes.
This besides Starfield Mystic?
This is one of the promos for the upcoming season of F&M. It's the one that makes all your Planeswalker activations cost 1 generic more to activate. Unless I read it wrong, is it a rare or is it? No, it's an uncommon, right?
Yeah.
Uncommon, yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely one of the promos. I've seen it already.
No, it's a rare.
Oh, it is a rare. Then I'm getting it mistaken with something. Oh, that's right. They're also doing those promos. Never mind. Different card. But hey, guys, can I introduce you to our Lord and Savior in Nyx Bloom, Ancient and Rite of Replication Kicked?
What? Okay. I'm looking it up. So you got a Rite Replication Kick. That's you're a jerk. You're a jerk. I just looked at it. You're a jerk, man.
Do you know how much mana it grants you?
Is that how much?
It's going to give you 729 mana if you pull this off.
Oh my
Per tap.
Sure.
Per tap. Your 1 becomes 3, then it's 729 mana. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
that is pretty hilarious.
Wow.
The Nyx Bloom Ancient I felt had some appeal to it. I was thinking, I know the format that nobody loves is Pioneer, but I mean, there's a lot of Lotus
No,
Field.
Hold on. I just want to say we all love
decks.
Pioneer. We just don't like the band list.
Yeah,
No.
I would agree.
Let's get this right. We loved the idea of Pioneer. We do not like the implementation of Pioneer.
How they're doing it, right? But with the Lotus Field and Thespian Stage decks out there, I mean, I could easily see this possibly being put into it. Just depends. Just for the aspect of trying to ramp up even more, and just imagine if you tap a Lotus Field, now it's 9 instead of 3. That's just ridiculous.
That is.
Yeah.
I mean, Lotus Field's gonna be.
Because for those that don't know what I'm talking about, basically, there's different forms of the deck that use Lotus Field and Thespian Stage. Thespian Stage copies Lotus Field, and then they basically try to tutor for what is it? The blue enchantment, or is it enchantment? Enter the Infinite. That's not enchantment, is it? Is it sorcery? Something. Anyways,
Enter the Infinite's a sorcery, and Omniscience is the enchantment.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're looking for Enter the Infinite, and I've also seen Omniscience.
Yep.
And another one was what was it? I think it was. I might be thinking of another deck, but I know I got hammered by a Borgamos and raged because the person drew into their deck and just started discarding all their lands, and I died. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of different combos they're using with the Lotus Fields and Thespian Stage, and I could just see this just kind of adding to it to try to just, get stuff done a turn or two quicker, depending on when they're able to get it out.
Do you want to know my speculation for a common from this set that I'm going to probably pick up like 30 foils of?
Sure.
Altar of the Pantheon.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 3-drop artifact that gives you all of your devotion +1 and taps for any color mana. And then if you control a god, demigod, or legendary enchantment, you gain 1 life. So it's a mana rock that doesn't enter the battlefield tapped. That helps with your devotion across the board. This card's going to... And because it increases by 1, the more you have out, the better off it is. It's going to be a Windmill Slam in every single one of the Gary decks coming out.
Yep. So the altar, though, one question there. Your devotion in each color and each combination of colors is increased by 1. So does that mean when you put it down, you get 1 for white, 1 for white green, 1 for white red, 1 for white blue, and 1 for white black?
We are going to have to wait for the errata on this, because I'm thinking they have it worded that way for multicolored gods being out, and it basically, if you have a multicolored permanent that requires devotion, it only gives you 1 instead of 1 of each.
Yeah, it's a very strangely worded...
Honestly, the wording of it literally makes me believe you get devotion to each color by 2.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, but that would be crazy.
Yeah.
They can't let that stand.
Yeah.
Another playtest mistake.
Yeah. Add it to the fucking list. Okay, just add it to the list.
How could that go through playtest and not have them clarify it?
Hey guys,
yes? It's
on Gatherer right now. Give me 1 second. Your devotion to 2 colors, for example, your devotion to red and green is increased by 1, not by 2 or 3. You gain 1 life no matter how many gods, demigods, or legendaries. The last ability of the altar is a man. Okay, so basically it's saying you either get 1 in each color, or you get 1 for red green. So for instance, if you have a red green god, it only gets 1.
Right. Okay.
But there isn't an errata here about multiples being in play.
I got an interesting question here that Krovax had that I'm
I was actually
wondering that as well. Is how does Nyx Bloom Ancient work with Mana Reflection? Because Mana Reflection is if you tap a permanent for mana, it produces twice as much.
We've covered this in the past. If you have 2 Mana Reflections in play, you get double. This would be double-triple.
Yeah.
Or triple-double.
Woo!
So take your it's times 6. It's literally times 6. It's a multiplication. Just think PEMDAS, like you would do math.
Okay. Well, that's still crazy.
Love it. Love it.
So
beautiful.
If you have something that gives you an additional mana, you still do the double and then add the additional. You don't do the additional and double.
Right.
Still a lot of mana.
Oh,
yeah. It is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, except now it's a creature. Actually, so I've already flirted with this. I've had Mana Reflection in play with Opalescence and Cast Rite of Replication kicked on.
Yeah.
Reflection in the past, and then gotten rid of the oh my god, my brain just farted. Opalescence.
Yeah.
And still had all of those non-creature enchantments sitting in play, giving me double. It's called turkey mana.
Damn.
Yeah, you know what I call it? I call it jerk.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm sorry.
Jerk.
Yeah.
I think so much of what goes on in Commander, the only word that comes to my mind is jerk.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just because you're a bad player and don't understand the intricacies of really powerful gameplay.
Wow. Oof.
Hey,
wow. Shots fired.
Playing one game arena.
Yeah. Jeez.
I just got the email for.
Wait, did you just tell him to? Wait, did you just tell him to fight you in arena? What kind of bitch move is that?
I'll see you in arena.
Sure, I'll take your laptop.
Jeez.
Your laptop and smash it over.
You couldn't even do like legacy or modern. Fight me in arena. Oh no, man. What kind of move is that? Jeez.
Traveler's Amulet's a reprint, isn't it?
What?
I was just looking at Traveler's. Did you notice that the artifacts of this deck are really slim? There's only 11.
Wait, what deck?
Oh, in the set, there's only 11 artifacts in the set.
Yeah.
Cinder, you were saying something before I interrupted you.
It's not surprising to me, though. I mean, I shouldn't say it's not surprising, but I mean, I figured it would be more enchantment based versus artifact based, is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got my arena stats for the month.
How many did you get?
Well, apparently I've only casted 32,300 spells.
Oh man, only those are loser numbers.
That's because he lives online, but he goes eat, sleep, work, play video games, repeat.
Yeah.
I wish.
Man.
How many packs did it end up giving you for 32,000?
How many packs? I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's waiting to log in until after the new set comes out, hoping it's a screw up.
No, that's probably about right.
That's a lot.
What, you'll get like 5?
Well, it doesn't give you the
so bad.
It doesn't give you packs for that.
Right.
It gave me packs for hitting Mythic.
Right.
Right. I was asking.
Well, most of the time you're playing.
What were your rewards?
Right.
What were my rewards? Well, we've done what almost 3 seasons here. Oh, did it reset today? No, it didn't reset today.
No.
I thought it was giving out rewards today.
No.
For what?
No, it hasn't reset in a bit.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm surprised you guys aren't in the pre-release that's supposed to be happening on MTG Arena. Oh wait, that was yesterday, wasn't it?
No, it's actually tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, they pushed it back again, not like Tuesday, like the last.
Yeah, it used to be.
F you to every retailer.
Yeah.
I only cast 32,000 spells.
Well, now it's a big F. It used to be Tuesday. Now it's Thursday.
Yeah.
So now it's an even bigger F.
Well, but everyone can open the packs and use them on Thursday, though, so that doesn't make sense. And I don't know if you know,
you don't. No, you can't use the packs tomorrow. You can stop pre-ordering tonight, but you can't use them until next week.
You sure? I thought the pack. I thought Arena, Theros Beyond Death releases on Thursday.
It releases Friday. It releases Friday, I believe.
Theros Beyond Death tomorrow, Thursday, January 16th.
Yeah.
Write the email.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody got invited. Well, la-ti-da.
No, that's
No,
the
none
study.
of us here get invited to
Did
Watts'
you
events
guys see the
anymore.
theme boosters too, by the way?
Oh,
The exclusive cards for the theme boosters, there's 10 of them.
yeah, that's dumb. It's dumb.
I mean, maybe I'll actually sell some theme boosters, but like, the Serpent of Yawning Depths is definitely a tie-in to the next set.
Yeah.
Iron Scale Hydra. If a creature would deal combat damage to Iron Scale Hydra, prevent that damage and put a 1/1 counter on it. Busted.
Where is all your product?
Huh?
Where is all your Theros Beyond Death product?
Over there.
Over on your counter?
I mean, I could walk the
Chill.
laptop over and show you guys if you'd like. It's pretty
Yeah, let's
pretty.
see that packaging.
I mean, it's kind of depressing, but yeah, sure. Hold on. Okay, so unplug that, and hope I have enough battery life.
Oh boy, where's he going now?
He's taking.
We
us
are
to the-
walking.
He's
people.
he's like, see you guys. Oh geez, please don't drop it, guys. If he drops his computer, we're gonna have to start a GoFundMe, and we don't want to do that around here.
Ooh. That's some of it. Then there's this. Let's have some fun. There's this stack right here. Right?
Ooh,
That's a lot of
that's
a little
product.
bit of it. And then there's this stack right here. Hold on. You guys want to see this, right? That's the BioBots promo.
Nice.
I'm just waiting for Rudy to jump out of one of these boxes.
Yeah, right.
Rudy, the
And he disconnected. Nice.
man. He must have disconnected. He must be gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He tried to show us in Watts. He shut that shit down. They're like, no fucking way.
like,
You are
"Oh, we're
showing
on to
our
this
scam
guy."
promos tonight.
WWPN denied.
You are not showing the way that we are scamming. We are scamming consumers to buy these promos
I'm
that
about
people
to
are
get- I'm
just
about
gonna
to
sell
get a-
on
I'm
eBay
about-
anyway.
I'm
No,
about to get
sir.
a phone call like that. Hey everyone, my store shut down.
Yeah, we're about to get that phone call.
I'll take that buy a box promo though. I'll take as many of my as I can get. But unfortunately, I mean, I don't really buy any paper product anymore. It's like, is it worth buying paper product?
Right.
I have my arena packs.
I
coming
mean,
in, and
okay,
that's
so
what
if
I'm gonna do.
if you play more than one format, I do think that paper is worth it. For me personally though, my problem is just spending money on online and spending money on paper, and if you're only playing, say, standard, there's not a whole point to buy booster boxes in a sense if you're not
You find
playing
singles, right?
multiple formats. Right. I would recommend just getting singles. Of course, opening booster boxes is fun and it's an experience, definitely, but it's so expensive if you're just doing it for that experience, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, his hangout.
He's gone.
finally
What
shut
if he
down.
did just legitimately drop his computer and it's shattered all across the floor now?
He would have texted me by now, but he hasn't. So I'm assuming. It's
Maybe
just
he's
an
having a
internet
flip
problem.
fit.
He's maybe he's ripping him open. Maybe that's why they shut him down.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why they shut him down. So I
Possibly.
mean, you know that a lot of we were talking about the streaming event there for a second. You know that a lot of the people that were getting invited to the streaming events aren't getting invites anymore. They've
Yeah.
literally cut it to like 1/3.
Yep.
So they're not really so this event is probably going to disappear. And I know there's a lot of people that didn't get invites that thought they were being snubbed, and really what it was is they're not snubbing anyone. They're not going back and looking at people's like content and saying like, hey,
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
What are you on
You're
your
on your
phone?
phone.
Yes, I am on my phone.
Look
Good
at that
job.
quality! Holy
So
crap!
that's called
Wow, we can see
needing.
you.
You can? Cool. That's called needing a new battery.
Oh
Did it
shit.
die?
There you go.
Guessing it died.
Your
Yeah,
I'll
mic
just
is
tell you
way
guys,
more
too.
clear.
I'll just to finish up kind of what I was saying about those streaming events. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
kind of dead. It's dead.
Yes.
Who got shadow banned?
So a lot of people weren't getting invites to the pre-stream event for Arena, and they basically thought they were being shadow banned because Wizards wasn't responding to emails about it. But really what it is Wizards has stopped sending out invites.
Yes.
They're just randomly cutting people out, and every time they've done an event, they're basically inviting less and less people, and they're like down to 1/3 of the original people that they invited from the first event. So it's just something that they're kind of phasing out. And without telling anyone, they're phasing it out.
I don't think they're phasing it out. I think they're cherry picking.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
They're cherry picking. They're really making it slim.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately.
You take the top 1% and you let them stream. It's literally what Wizards does.
So
I mean,
actually,
think of their Pro Tour.
If you, I don't know if you follow who's invited to the events, but they've actually been inviting more like smaller creators, like under 500 subscribers. They've invited a lot this time around. A lot.
Yeah, because they realize that those people may have like 500 subscribers, and if they send out 1,000 of those, then what? That's like 50 grand of people.
Maybe they just think that you know, they can influence them more.
I'd see that.
This came out today. I just saw this. I don't know if you saw this for the promo packs, but they've changed their contents a little bit.
What did they change?
For what?
Well, the promo packs may contain or will contain cards that may not be standard legal.
Yes.
And they have a whole list of new cards.
Yeah.
We're talking from Shadows over Innistrad, M15.
I haven't heard anything about this.
This is brand new. Like, this just came out today.
Yeah, that came out. You guys didn't see that?
They're putting Gilded Lotus, Helm of the Host, Heroic Intervention, Garage Mirror, Noxus Gearhawk, Call from Tomorrow, Sidisi.
Lily of the Veil?
Whew. That'd be hot.
World Shaper.
I almost have my computer back.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Just for the end of stream.
So that sounds like a pretty wide range of cards that they're putting in there. That's pretty crazy. That's not like just from a couple sets.
Oh yeah, that's years of sets.
Wide.
How long ago? How long ago did Shadows over Innistrad come out? How many years ago now? Like
2016, I think.
Yeah.
If you want my opinion on this one, I could guarantee you it has something to do with the fact that they probably had all the surplus cards lying around and they're trying to figure out how to get rid of them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I mean, I can see that, right? Because they're not sets that aren't going back too far. What's the oldest set that it looks like they're coming from, Cinder?
Well, there's M15,
which was 2014.
Soul of New Phyrexia.
Yeah.
New Phyrexia is what, like 2012?
No, that's around 14 as well.
That's around 14. Okay.
It's looking mainly Pioneer.
Yeah.
Which would make sense.
Yeah. And it looks like they're experimenting with it, but this is going forward for Theros, Ikoria, and Corset 2021. They're going to have a mix of stuff. They're trying to target Commander because they're saying with 2020 being the year of Commander for Magic.
Well, yeah, because they're releasing how many Commander products this year? I mean, they are releasing so many.
Yeah. I don't want to see 50-cent rares in my promo pack unless there's something new.
Right.
Someone in chat, Jix in chat, says New Phyrexia was 2011, so I was the closest.
Yes.
Not without going over.
I was 1 year old. I thought it was around 2012.
All right. Graham, you were right. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one.
Everyone gets one. Thank you.
I just pulled the thing that Arthur Fonzarossi says new. What's up?
Eric Williamson in chat has a list of cards in the Heroic Intervention, Sidisi, a sword, all great Commander reprints. Oh yeah, I mean definitely those are all great Commander reprints. I mean we have Gary, right? I mean, what's the point of reprinting that, right? There's only one point. There's only one reason to reprint that. We all know what that is.
Standard?
I mean,
Modern?
Yeah.
And Commander.
Honestly, Pioneer.
Of course, when I say
The card
Modern,
shots at two. Yeah, the card shots at $2.50 before they announced the reprints.
Right.
I had like 50 in stock and sold out of all of them in a week.
Right.
I mean, they're all great Commander reprints. And we've mentioned this before. I mean, how Wizards seems to be doing everything in such a way that's very Commander heavy. It seems to me that their confidence in Pioneer is high, but I think that overall their confidence is highest in Commander. So how does this set fare towards Commander in general? What does everyone on the panel think about how this set affects Commander going forward?
I think that it's pretty good for Commander. I think that's pretty good. What about you guys?
I definitely think there's a lot of intriguing cards as far as like how they're gonna go into it and what they're gonna do as far as shaking it up or not. But I mean, there's a lot of potential with a whole lot of cards. I mean, even ones that some people are probably not really looking at because they're not one of the high end ones. But I mean, there's just a whole lot of intrigue I feel with this set.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
Cinder, what do you think of the Commander potential out of
you know, I don't really have a dog in the Commander fight. I do have a couple Commander decks. I don't get to play them very often. It'll be great if things do come down the line where they affect Commander on a good level. But it's a format that takes a while to have anything get affected to it, much like Modern, right?
Right.
True. And I agree. I see a lot of these cards, these reprints, seem to be Commander reprints to me. So, again, and I think that's fine, because ultimately, at the end, what's most likely going to be the format that's being played? You know, it's, as far as paper goes, and paper Magic seems to be just heading towards Commander.
Right.
Commander.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
For the stability of the game.
Yeah.
The stability of the game, right? And that's what they need to do. Like, I think they shot themselves in the foot with Pioneer, with the ban list, and we've talked about this a whole lot of times.
That was me. Sorry.
That's okay. You are a toilet roll.
Yes.
Or something.
That was a
very vicious one.
Toilet roll.
Oh, well, it was a grading toilet. Nice.
All right, yeah.
So, I mean, those are just my kind of final words on the Commander viability of the set, and I think
my thoughts on this is there's over a dozen cards in this set that scream Commander playable. I mean, right out the gate, we got another what, like 7 or 8 gods, which means the god deck, the what's her face, the false god, Corona the false god Commander deck with all the gods in it is coming together quite nicely.
Oh boy.
So I mean,
you're putting that together?
Yeah, this puts us at what, 15 and 14 for a total of 29 gods. I mean,
so
that's
a good feature. You're making a Pantheon deck.
I'm literally making a Corona the false god deck where they all worship her.
Yeah.
Seems pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna have to take a picture of that and post it for us.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
It'll probably be like $5,000.
Yeah, at the end of it.
Damn. What are you gonna go all foil on that puppy?
Nah, man, just the cards I put into it for value. I mean, lands. You gotta figure it's gonna be at least a set of dual lands.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That is true.
It's pricey.
So that would bump up the price.
Oh yeah.
So all right, so we're nearing the end of our time.
Yes.
What one card or one deck for us arena players that we believe is going to pop up into the meta when Theros lands tomorrow? Cinder, go.
The deck that I'm planning on building is the Theros Thief deck.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Right? Act of treason, link the creature, and you get to keep it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I want to build.
It's a pretty mean deck, and with any deck that I don't like, I'll say what I always say is jerk.
Yeah. I mean,
When
I can
don't
agree
like
with
the
that.
deck, I just say jerk.
Yeah.
Anything for you, Eric? What are you looking at?
Oh, one that sticks out for sure is the Dad Bod Dryad.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
With the galaxy ass. Yeah.
How do we all feel about the art of that card?
Why did a nymph become a guy?
Just don't question it.
I know.
We need diversity, okay, Cinder Cheese? Don't you know what diversity is? You're just a
How
white male,
dare you
okay? You're just
say
a
that
white
it's a
male.
guy. Maybe maybe it just looks that way and it identifies as.
Are you assuming it's gender, Cinder? Oh, Cinder, you are so canceled on Reddit tomorrow.
Well, I've been canceled once before. So.
Cinder just
guys.
the gender? Cinder,
Hey guys,
canceled.
Yes, yes.
Canceled. I'm changing jerk to canceled.
Yes.
Do we have a we have like
meritocracy? Meritocracy.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you? For me, I'm looking to build just a red deck. I'm just gonna build red.
So lame.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I know it's lame, but you know what? I'm just gonna take a bunch of red cards.
You're just gonna play Fires of Invention. We all know this.
Yeah, Fires of Invention. I'm gonna get myself a Perforos. That's what I'm pulling together. That's what I'm putting together. I'll figure it out. Maybe Gruul. Maybe a Gruul deck. Maybe a Gruul deck. I'm thinking about Gruul.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think for me, the most hyped up card in the set that I think is going to do well in Arena is Titan of Nature's Wrath. I think that card is very good, and I foresee a lot of play of Nature's Wrath in Standard, at least in Arena. I think it's a good card overall, though.
Banned. We're gonna get it banned.
Oh, man. Well, fuck.
Banned.
No.
Cinder, Eric, let's get it banned.
Yes.
Ban that card.
Yes.
Ban the card.
Yes.
Well, only if
Ban
they
it
take
all.
Shock Girl too.
They don't listen to cis white males.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Don't do that.
Say that again. I'm sorry. They don't listen to. They don't listen.
I
to
was really
normies?
quick with that one for reasons.
Yeah. We're not going to repeat it. Anyway.
And
All
how
right. So
broken
hopefully-
is Hackos? Sorry.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. It's pretty broken. Why don't you read it for us?
Well, Hackos, the Unscarred, 2 white, 2 red, 6/1, attacks each combat if able, but enters the battlefield. You choose 2, 3, or 4 at random, and he can only be affected by those casted mana costs of spells.
Yep.
That's
Maybe put in some Dimir colors in there and copy them from the graveyard.
I like it.
Jerk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly,
Sorry. Jerk.
you want to know what really looks really interesting for a commander in this set?
What?
Kroxa,
Yes. Yes.
the Titan of Death's Hunger.
Yes.
So you got for Rakdos, right? You got when it enters battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escapes, right?
Yeah.
So you get a death trigger right out the gate from it. It's got when it enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way gets
loses 3 life.
3 lives.
Yeah.
So yeah, enjoy that. So with the right mana engine and the cards, basically neuter his entire hand in one turn.
Yes. It is
Well,
good.
Kroxa and Nature's Wrath, maybe with the Hushbringer on board. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
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 I mean, if you find a way to smuggle blue into the deck, which you can't right now, who knows?
Yeah.
We got Fires of Invention. Come on now.
Yeah.
Powers of Invention. I will be playing that.
That's a nice card.
It needs to be banned immediately. I gotta say that.
Yeah.
It's people like you that have destroyed the innovation of Magic. Print answers, not banswers.
Yeah, sure. Print answers,
Yeah.
sure, but it triples your mana on turn 4.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the card. It's not so much that it needs an answer, it's the fact that it triples your mana effectiveness on turn 4.
Yeah.
What about instead of bans, emergency bans, they do emergency prints?
How do you get cards out to the public?
There you go. My slogan's in chat right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an idea. I don't know. It's just an idea. Emergency prints. You take a picture of your deck. I don't know, and you send them an email, and they'll never do it. It's a dumb idea.
Yeah.
It's a dumb idea.
My slogan's in chat.
Your phone is the emergency printed.
Yeah, exactly.
Wizards of the Coast said no.
Yeah.
No.
Wizards started a slippery slope with Thopter back in Standard when they had an answer in every single color, and they've just full bore embraced it. They want to ban everything, and that's why Standard is dead. Nobody wants to play a format where tomorrow your $500 deck is worth 57 cents.
That's the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! That is the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, it's been happening for years.
Bad.
Every banning makes another player quit.
Yes. Ugh. Anyway.
I agree.
Yeah.
PAX East,
right.
who's going?
We don't.
You
I don't have
can
tickets.
take me there in spirit.
I currently do not have any
Who's
tickets.
killing you?
Did you get tickets for every day?
Me, yes.
Nice.
I'm not going Thursday.
Are you sending us each something special in the mail?
Yeah.
From PAX?
Yeah, I'll get you something cool at PAX East. I'm sure there's gum wrappers on the floor.
Yeah.
Jerk.
How thoughtful.
Wow, this is just a jerk chat tonight. Jeez.
I'll get a bunch of really cool swag.
I thought we were supposed to be full of positivity here.
We are. Didn't you know this is what positivity is?
Stop being such white cis males.
Well, at least get us each the free pack code.
Yeah.
Oh, I will definitely get you all of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell, once we start cycling through more of F&M, I'll just give you the leftover F&M pack codes.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
All right.
Do people just leave them?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. I think it is self-shill time. Cinder, you may start with self.
Sub to my channel. I need more subs.
Wow. Wow. Nice. I like
Let's
it.
see if I got unsubs from Cinder again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've got 400.
It happened to me once.
How many?
469.
Oh, 69.
Cinder is
Nice.
looking to break that 500 mark. Come on, people.
Yes, we need to get
do
him to the
it.
500 mark.
At 500, I'm going to open an old fat pack.
Hold on, let me get my fake accounts out real quick for you. Hold on, let me whip them all out.
Hey, Cinder, isn't calling it a fat pack a hate crime in your country?
Well, that's the old version of it, and it's an old fat pack, so... no. That's the official name for it.
They like to be called less than perfect packs.
I like it.
Pleasantly plump packs?
There we go. That's a good one. Yeah.
Pleasantly plump packs.
The big bone packs.
I know I'm pleasantly plump.
Oh, it's the girthy pack.
Girthy
Oh my
bird.
god. So it's just Cinder Shadow on YouTube, correct?
Cinder Shadow Gaming.
Yes,
Cinder
Cinder Shadow Gaming. He did post his link in chat. Undying, your turn. What is your sale?
I was going to say I would have posted links for everyone, but I am on like a broken computer, so.
That's great.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a personal problem. It is very personal. I want to keep it to myself, but I did just tell the public. Oh well.
All right, Undying. Sell us on your channel.
Well, I don't know if I could sell you on it.
Are you an SJW?
No.
Okay, there we go. You sold. Go
I'm
subscribe.
Definitely not. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, you can find me at Undying MTG on the tubes, and then same thing on the Twatter if you're into that thing. I usually don't post too much anymore, other than just my videos. But you know, sometimes I might just say something stupid. You know.
I like it.
Every now and again, but that's about it. And
Are
I just
you
like
into
other people.
That's the question of the day.
What's that?
Are you into BDSM? That's the question of the day.
Jeez.
You know, I'd like to just leave that one as a no.
Oh, now you got 5 people unsubscribed.
I don't see myself being the gimp anytime soon.
Great.
Oh, jeez.
All right then.
Yeah.
All right, and now, Farrah, go.
You can find me at Command Zone Games on Facebook, where we have recently started a Facebook group chat where anybody can shoot the shit in there and get a hold of me. Other than that, you can also find me on Facebook or here or in this chat channel. You can't find me on the Twatter because I hate the Twatter. The Twatter is the cancerous death of all humanity and needs to go. But I am there, but I only check on one single subscriber to find out when he's going to be sick once every 3 years.
Wow.
Yes, that was a shout out for Temple.
Wow. Oh, man.
Nice.
And if you are anywhere near Command Zone Games this weekend,
Pre-release Central, Friday, 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m., 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m., 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. if we have enough people or are not sold out yet. And you can get your boxes this weekend too. So remember, go to your LGS, support local, and if they're telling you they're sold out of promo foils, yet they still have the promo pack, they are fucking lying to you. There's your F-bomb of the night.
Woo! Nice. I like it.
Because Wizards sent them exactly 1-for-1 for each promo pack foil. So if you go to a store and they say they didn't get it, they're lying to you. It came in the same pack.
There we go. Honesty is key.
Transparency is key.
Yes,
very true.
transparency.
Yes.
Honesty is what the world makes of it. Today's honesty is tomorrow's lies.
That's true. All right. Any last words, everyone?
Yeah, don't kill me.
Oh, wow.
Unbanned Field of the Dead. How does that sound?
What? Yes, Field of the Dead. Unban. And then
Unban.
reban.
Unban.
Yes.
Reban. I like it.
Yes. All right, you
Unban
guys.
1 week, reban the next week.
Yes.
Give everyone false hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by Titan's Table this week. I do very much so appreciate it. Everyone's links will be in the chat in case you are interested in subscribing to their channel.
And they'll be in the video description.
Yes, they will be in the description as well. But thank you so much for stopping by tonight, you guys, and have a fantastic night.